Hi, I'm Kim. You're watching Kim Wilson TV. My channel is dedicated to helping victims of narcissistic abuse get free and stay free. Hi guys, I know that the narc's new supply is quite a perplexing situation. I mean, extremely painful, very confusing, really causing a cognitive dissonance, trying to sort that out. I mean, how do you go from spending months, years, decades with them, building a life together, sucking up all their bullshit, being terrorized pretty much nonstop for the entire duration of the relationship, short of that initial idealization and love bombing, and just chop, there you go, you're severed, you didn't even exist, they don't speak to you anymore, just cut you right off and now have moved on to someone else. I mean, how does that actually work? And what role is this new victim playing in their life? Do they love them more than you? Are they happier with the new victim? Let's take a look at that today. Now, there are so many tremendously confusing aspects to the relationship with the narcissist. I mean, it is serious mindfuck from beginning to end. And when you really come to terms with the fact that it's over, that it absolutely needs to end, and you're looking for some sort of vindication, some sort of closure, and, you know, you're injured, you're confused. In many cases, most victims' lives have been absolutely fucking ruined, and now you're trying to rebuild, and Captain Shithead has just gone off and taken up with the new victim. And a lot of times this is a real stumbling block to recovery and healing because, well, it's terribly painful and very, very hard to understand. Now, a lot of people wonder, you know, is the narcissist loving the new victim more? I'm going to tell you that they are absolutely slaves to their own deranged behavior. So, absolutely not. And I think one of the clearest and most obvious signs to that is the fact they moved on so quickly. I mean, who does that? Normal, sane, healthy, well-adjusted people do not terminate one relationship and, you know, be in a new committed relationship within days or weeks. I mean, this just doesn't happen. This is an absolute clear and obvious sign that they are right back in that cycle of looking for supply and snatching up whatever they can get right away. Now, where normal people want to step back from the relationship game once they've ended a relationship and, you know, kind of reassess, do a little soul searching, you know, think things over, not these fiends. No, they are absolutely exactly like drug addicts. Now, a drug addict gets up in the morning and they've got no drugs and they need heroin, for example, and, you know, they're going to go out and they're going to do anything and say anything, and if this means robbing someone or breaking into your home or stealing your kid's Nintendo, you know, to get the drugs, that's what they're going to do. They know how to get the money for the drugs. They understand what that whole game looks like. They know how to play it, and then once they get the money, well, they then know how to go and get the drugs. So, you know, it comes all naturally to them as a result of their absolute desperation for drugs. Now, the narc, of course, is equally desperate for supply, and especially if they've just taken, you know, a hard hit with some narcissistic injury because you've left them, or they know you want to leave them, or you're on to them, or whatever induced that injury. I mean, they're not going to sit in that injury. Hell no, they're immediately fishing for new supply. Whether it's someone that's going to replace you or just instant, you know, supply gratification sex. But either way, I mean, their feelers are out there. And quite often, you know, the victim, the primary source of supply, absolutely has no idea. They think that this is running a natural course for them as it is for you. Now, the drug addict doesn't go and, you know, get their drugs and say, oh, damn, you know, yesterday's drugs were so much better, or those drugs from last year, they were so much better. Like, they're just so bloody fiendishly happy to have drugs, right? That's what they want, and that's what they're going to consume, because that is the nature of the drug addict, and very much the same. It is the nature of the narcissist to just glom onto and gluttonize any human soul they can possibly get their hands on. Now, you know, and I know, as they get older and more into middle age, they're just kind of grabbing onto whatever they can get. They're not thinking, oh, yesterday's supply was so much better than this supply. They're just so happy for supply. And they're really not thinking, you know, much like the drug addict. You've been put in their pipe and they smoked you. You're done. You're yesterday's drugs, you know, and now you got this new victim. And I can see where people would feel jealous, thinking, oh, why was he so mean to me? Maybe he's being nice to her. He's not. It's all a lie. It's all bullshit. Honestly, your narc did not grow a sense of humanity. They didn't develop an ability to love or feel empathy since you and the new victim, and chances are much time didn't pass between that at all. I mean, they tend to be moving pretty quick. And again, that is so all-telling. I mean, it's absolutely all-telling. The fact that you just, you know, left them, and chances are the relationship was pretty funky and going sideways when you split, or when it was ended, this is a sign in itself. Who the hell moves on to a new committed relationship that quickly? You know, just love bombing the shit out of a new victim. It's completely unnatural. This new victim is being groomed for abuse the exact same as you were now. The fact that they've moved very quickly into this new committed relationship, I mean, that in itself is an absolute sign that the new victim is just on the same course that you were on. If they've turned into a flying monkey victim, well, that's usually a result of them being bombarded with talk of you all the time. I'm sure Trevor's got his new flying monkey victim just whipped into a frenzy. Kim was horrible. Kim's a bitch. Kim was rotten. Kim did this. Kim did that. I mean, you know how they get going. So you consider for this poor new victim, she's going to spend, what, the first 6, 8, 12 months of her relationship with, you know, Captain Toxic over there, just hearing about me. I mean, is that not a red flag for her? Because she's already being groomed to a flying monkey. And the whole thing is just so absurd. You know, I don't care who that piece of shit is with, as long as it's not me. I don't ever have to suck that shit up again. The fact that somebody else is sucking it up, man, it's just not my problem. And do not ever reach out to the new victim. Do not ever think you're going to go be getting her an education on this, because more often than not, the new victim, male or female, is going to be calling the police on you for harassment, and then you're going to have to sit in court across from the two of them and explain why you had contacted her. You got to stay out of this. It's just, I know you're wanting some closure, and I know you're wishing it wasn't like this, but this is what it is. And the closure is you close it and you walk away. The narcissist is the same through and through. They are absolute slaves to their obsessive, compulsive, bizarre, mind-warping behavior. They're the same all over the world. It doesn't matter what language is coming out of their mouth. The words are all the same. So when you ask yourself, is the narc happy with the new victim? Only if he's hurting them. They cannot feel any real sense of true gratification, sense of safety, security, love, empathy. They just don't have it. So to feel happy, it only comes to them when they're hurting someone else. So if he's happy with her, all that means is his need to eat a human soul is being met. And he's tormenting this poor person, male or female. And that just is what it is. That's never changing. So there's nothing there, unfortunately. And they didn't meet the same person you met. That image, that fake facade that you were shown initially, that was customized to you. They were mirroring you. So the person, the fake person that's with the new victim, is not even the same guy you met. This is a whole different guy to mirror that new victim. Guys, I'm Kim. Thank you for watching Kim Wilson TV. Peace be with you. I hope nobody's missing their narc today or feeling bad about the new victim. It is what it is. And just, you know, the way I deal with this is I think, I don't give a fuck who he's waking up beside as long as it's not me. Honest to God, I'm so thankful and grateful every day it's not me, and that's got a lot to do with you guys and the great support you are. Guys, love you lots. Hope you're having a good day.